How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back to the English channel. So, in this episode, we're going to take a look at the subjunctive mood and how to use it. Now, if you saw my last episode, you'll know that there are three moods used in English: the indicative, the imperative, and the subjunctive. Basically, the subjunctive is used to express wishes, desires, and suggestions. Compared to the indicative and imperative, it's the least common mood, but it is more common than people think. So, in traditional grammar books, the subjunctive comes in two forms: the present subjunctive and the past subjunctive, also known as the were subjunctive. Confusingly, these don't refer to the tense of the sentence, only the form of the verb that is used. I'm now going to explain each form of the verb and how to use it. So if we turn our attention first to the present subjunctive, it actually has two types: the mandative subjunctive, and there's another type called the formulaic subjunctive. We use the present subjunctive in its mandative form with phrases that make suggestions, demands, and recommendations, and as such it is used after a main clause that utilises a phrase to show this. It uses a bare form of the verb. It does not use any inflection in the third person present tense, so no final S, but importantly, it is part of a that clause. When we make negative sentences, we put a not before the verb. So there are certain trigger words that we use the present subjunctive with. Verbs like suggest, so something like he suggests that you be ready to leave on time. Or a noun that makes some kind of recommendation, like it is our recommendation that you be ready to leave. Or with an adjective such as essential, such as it is essential that you be ready to leave as quickly as possible. The second type of the present subjunctive is called the formulaic subjunctive. The formulaic subjunctive is when we use it in old expressions such as be that as it may, or if need be. So they often convey a meaning of may or let something happen. So you can find these in loads of old expressions such as God save the Queen, or God bless America, or
live long and prosper.
So this brings us to the past subjunctive or were subjunctive. So if you've ever been told to say, I wish I were, rather than I wish I was, or if I were you, rather than if I was you, then this is the past subjunctive in action. When we want to express a wish or state something counterfactual or imaginary, we use the were form of the past to be verb. Because of this, it's only obvious when we are referring to the first or third person, as the second person would use were anyway. So words which are commonly found introducing the past subjunctive are if, as part of a second conditional, like if I were a rich man, I would buy a castle. Also as if or as though, like I walked along the road feeling as if I were in a dream. Or we could use wish, so like I wish I were a dog. However, most grammar books nowadays say using was is also correct, which is good news because
I wish I was a little bit taller.
So, if you found this interesting or useful, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.